Lucky Whitehead was accused of shoplifting, right, in Virginia.
Yeah.
And then didn't show up for the hearing. And he said, I wasn't even in Virginia. And he's saying that they have the wrong guy. Dallas cut him, and then the Virginia police ended up saying, we got the wrong guy. It was somebody that was using his identity.
Lucky Whitehead was telling the truth.
Yeah, he was telling the truth.
Get the wrong guy.
So
the guy they arrested gave Lucky Whitehead's name and his social security number, so the police thought they had Lucky Whitehead.
Of all people, right? So you go with the guy who's lucky. But and the reporters in Dallas asked different questions, different ways about it, and the same answer from Jason Garrett.
Yesterday we made a decision that we deemed to be in the best interest of the Dallas Cowboys. We're standing by that decision. We're going to move on.
One of the questions, though, really caught my attention. Because, reporters generally know when they're on to something and they try to get you to give an answer. They'll ask many different ways. How about this question?
Yeah, I'm not asking about any individual investigator or any particular incident, but do you have some people working for the Dallas Cowboys that are just too stupid to work for this team?
Do you have people working for the Dallas Cowboys that
and there goes your press
too
credential.
Stupid to work for this team?
Press credential revoked?
Absolutely. There's not even a question about that. You're not going to hear that guy's voice again. He's out.
So if you were Jason Garrett, you would just wave to security, come get him right now?
Come get your boy.
Come get him?
Come get your man.
Escort him out of here?
First of all,
what Jason Garrett is saying is that's an organizational decision. Like, they sat in a room and said, this is where we're going with.
Well, that's Jason Garrett saying, I had nothing to do with it.
They went Bill Belichick style.
You have
they
to.
probably, I don't know if they've earned the right to do that yet.
But I think
can't
you have
say that they have.
You realize you made a mistake, and you go forward with it because you really probably weren't relying much on
I don't feel
Lucky
like they
Whitehead
think they
anyway.
made a mistake, though. Like Chris said yesterday, they got to shoot a hostage. Like, they needed a sacrificial lamb. And
there's
Lucky
plenty of other
Whitehead
guys
was that guy.
But there's plenty of other guys they can go with in that
But
team.
it doesn't look like this guy's going to make the team, though.
I got you.
They just drafted a guy this year that they think is going to take his spot.
So his best ability was his expendability?
Well, listen. The other thing
Created opportunity to send a message.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
And the whole
Created
thing with
opportunity.
social media, with the dog being kidnapped, and that worked its way out. And then all of a sudden you have this. If you're Lucky Whitehead, you put them in a weird spot. And now I think the Dallas Cowboys, the way they handled this probably wasn't the best thing to do. But they have so many guys in this team that are so productive that can't keep themselves out of trouble, that you can't have a guy on your team that you don't trust. Like, unless you're Zeke Elliott or you're one of these guys that this team is counting on to make the playoffs and win a championship, like, you can't have guys around you that you don't trust to not stay out of the media. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they can't keep, like, it's just one on top of the other you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when you have so many guys that you're worried about, you can't afford to have guys that aren't nearly as productive as those guys have situation. Even if it's a situation where you're falsely accused, like, they can't afford to have you in those headlines.